So Chris Ashman gets us underway. Ball fumbled there by Bobby Jenkins on the right wing. He won't like that sort of start, which means that'll be a line out. Oh, looks to me like right on the 5 metre line. So real opportunity for St Austell right at the start of the game. Taken in the middle there by Joe Maunder. One of the finds of this season. Referee is playing advantage. And he says there's none coming. Not binding, he says. Keep your eyes on Carl Marriott. Or indeed Miles Day, because they're liable to tap and go. But I think he's saying to Matt Shepard to stick in the corner, please. You can see from the touch judge on the far side there that there is a serious wind running across there. It's picked up a little bit. It's probably 50 and gusting twice that. So it will play a big part. So Miles Davey to throw, first line out, second, and the ball goes right over the top. And very gratefully received by Dan Lee, who looks for the support of the other 7 forwards. Then Davey charges down, and it looks like very close. I thought Joe Maunder thought it was his birthday there. Couldn't quite get there, but there will be a 22 drop. Behind the post drop out, because the ball went dead. That's Lance Palmer, I think, who's had a very fine game, Lou said. Short delay, you can see he's a bit of a knock, but he's okay. I know he might be coming off, actually. Looks like an ankle injury. Means that Rob Leach will retake his place, Lou said, with Henry Gavin playing tight head and Dan Yandell as hooker. St Austell scrummage. 5 minutes inside their own 22. Do they attack or do they consolidate and try and get the bonus point? They attack. Well, that could have cost them a bonus point there. Right in front of the post. 30 metres out. You would imagine that's bread and butter for Ollie Overy-Wright. Or are they going to go for the corner bonus point try? No. No, they're going to go for goal. So Ollie Overy-Wright to extend the lead to 8 points. 10 points, I beg your pardon. Which he duly does. And with the final act of the game, St Austell denied a bonus point. Final score here today, Crediton 28, St Austell 18. That means everything is left to play for in the league. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to Gorick Park next week. Very right. Hoops the ball down the field. Matt Shepard has the first chance to show his paces. Let's Carl Marriott bring it up. So also playing the phases with the three-man pod system, which pretty much all teams play. Goes wide, Matt Shepherd again, but he's well tackled in the middle there by Dan Lee. And the referee's no indication at all. Ball goes left for the first time. Ben Plummer has a little look. Charlie Nicholson met with a Devon welcome there. That's good first up defence by the home team. And Sam Parsons couldn't hold on, but I think the referee's bringing them back for tackle without the ball, which means that Matt Shepherd will have a chance to either kick it goal or stick it in the corner. As you can see, I can't see the corner of the pitch, so if there's a try there, my apologies. No score, 5 minutes gone. All the play has been inside Crediton's half. Carl Marriott takes clean lead. Oh, you can see what happened there. CJ Boyce trying desperately to find Fraser Knottle, but he knocked it on, so there'll be a scrummage. Right, I think that is the best I can do. My apologies. So it is a St Austell scrum. No, it isn't. It's a Crediton scrum, beg your pardon, the first of the game. And as you can see from here, Crediton get a bit of a drive on. And Dan Lee picks up and makes some good ground. Ed Brady kicks, but it's coming to looks like, yeah, off he goes. Fraser Knottle takes the ball, looking for support. Chris Ashwin spins it, Matt Shepherd again. Plummer finds Cav Boyer for the first time, who chips ahead, but it's taken cleanly by Dan Yandel there. Lots of time. Avery Wright opts for a bit of safety. CJ Boyce finds Andy Ince returning, of course. There's Carl Marriott. Haven't quite found their hands yet, St Austell, but Ben Plummer retrieved it. And you can see Chris Ashwin unceremoniously put on his backside. There's Sam Parsons, scored 2 tries last week against Chard. That looks like it could be a turnover. No, I think Fraser Knottle has something to say about that, bringing the ball back. Chris Ashwin opts to stick it down in the corner, and it wasn't able to be held by the fullback there, Josh Davey. But he does well to retrieve that. And Ollie Avery Wright comes in at 9 to kick, and as you can see the referee saying you're offside. St Austell. Well done, boys. I'm sure if you're a Crediton supporter, you'd be St Austell kept the ball largely inside Crediton's half. There's a Crediton hooker, Dan Yandel, to throw in. Lineouts have gone with the throw so far, apart from one which went way over the top. No news on Devon Hosgood yet. Let's hope he's okay. I think he's been replaced by Josh Hall, maybe temporarily. That ball didn't go straight. The referee's playing advantage, I think. Cam Taylor rescues it. Ben Plummer does a bit of Strictly Come Dancing. I have to say, so far, first up tackling by Crediton has been very, very strong. Actually, the core of their game, any game. The Matt Shepherd trying to find an outside gap there, but to no avail. He's well tackled by Ben Wanacott. Quite clear from the referee. Holding on, I think, by Andy Inch and Rob Leach there doing the dirty work in the run, winning the ball. Fantastic stuff. So Ollie Avey right just to relieve a bit of pressure. Right, I can't see all the line out. I'll show you as much as I can, but that's the first time, I think, in the first 12 minutes of play that the ball's been St Austell halves. And it is a Crediton line out with Dan Yendell to throw. He finds Dan Lee in the centre, and Crediton get a roll on. Now you can see. There's Dan Yendell at the back who's retrieved his own throw. That's lovely play, very good play, and the referee I think is playing advantage there. That's Rob Leach once again. Yeah. Referee Spencer Pearce indicates St Austell not rolling away. Number 2. Oh no, I beg your pardon, from this indication it's in at the side. Taken cleanly by Chris Courtier, and that's a front row. Ollie Avery right, actually extras. Carl Marriott attempted to put the ball to touch there, just overcooked it slightly, so there'll be a line out inside the St Austell half. Crediton ball with Dan Yendell to throw. He finds Josh Lee, but Andy Inch is there to mop it up. And Chris Ashburn decides there's a space down there. Ollie Avey right called the mark, hooved it down the park, and St Austell restarted, but Matt Shepherd, after taking the first tackle, continues. Apple finds Plummer. Charlie Nicholson, who's very well met there by Rob Leach. That's Uri Jago, first chance to have a bit of a run. Advantage coming. Lovely link work there. Joe Maunder. What I find he's been this season. Referee's bringing them back for offside. No, beg your pardon, for a tackle without the ball. As you can see, the referee, just to prove me wrong, says no, it's for holding on. And Ben Plummer's having a word. I wonder whether he needs some attention. No, he looks okay. Of course, in the absence of Mark Vian, Ben is skipper today. Both Ben Plummer and Andy Inch are vice captains. And as Andy has been playing a lot recently, Ben's assumed the role today. Lovely to see. Ben Wanacott in the centre, who's proved his worth already. Very, very strong in defence, that man. So Matt Shepherd, chance to put a bit of pressure on Crediton, and a chance to mix it down just inside the 22, and a chance perhaps to get some points on the board. For all their possession, all the pressure they've had, territorial, St Austell unable to score so far. So the score is still Crediton 7, St Austell 0. Tried to Dan Lee. So not to Dan Lee, to Josh Lee. That was all a bit untidy. And has been rescued, I think, by Jake Clark. But he couldn't hold on clearly, so there'll be a scrum. And on this side, Charlie Nicholson. No, that's not going anywhere. Which gives Carl Merritt a chance to have a little look. Sam Parson looking for support. Referee says that was a forward pass. I could hear the ref from here. He said I was right in line. Couldn't argue with it. So Ed Brady to put in for Crediton. This time Crediton do get a bit of a nudge on, but it's just rotated slightly. And Avery Wright switches inside to the charging Ben Wanacott. That's Josh Lee, the try scorer. Maybe right, hoops it down the park, down the middle actually. And Matt Shepherd's got all the time in the world. But Fraser Nottle takes the ball. He's only going to do one thing, and that's run. What's very clear even at this early stage is that referee Spencer Pearce, Somerset referee, is not allowing anybody to hold the ball to the ground. He wants to keep the game going, so he's saying release immediately. That gives Ollie Avery Wright a chance to extend Crediton's lead, which I think he's going to have a go at. That's the best part of 40 metres as we look with the wind. Giving it some welly. Well, lovely kick. So, early try, 15 minutes for Josh Lee, converted by Ollie Avery Wright, and a penalty by the same number 10 means that Crediton now are enjoying a 10-point lead, 10 points to 0, with about 22 minutes played. It's Bobby Jenkins. There's the very experienced Miles Davey to throw. Taken off the top, but CJ Boyce couldn't quite get there. And Ben Plummer straightens and attempts to bring it back upfield. You can't see anything from here, nor can you. But as you can see, Carl Marriott has the ball. And St Austell ruck centre. Ball's gone back to Matt Shepherd, who's looking for the corner, but only finds Bobby Jenkins, who kicks long. That ball might even go dead. As you can see, Matt Shepherd's just waiting. Yeah, it is. Chris Ashman will restart, and you would guess from this position he will go long. Gets out to beyond the 22, maybe the 40-metre line, but it's picked up by the big number 5, Chris Courtier, who's impressed in the line out. Doesn't have a chance to bring it left. There's Dan Lee in the centre. Difficult man to stop. Very strong runner. That's Rob Leach, the big number 3. Round the ankles tackle there by Miles Davey, but Crediton have kept the ball. And they've got an overlap on the right. Unlucky there. Try scorer Josh Lee just couldn't hold on. Had he done so, he was probably in for his second. So we'll restart with the scrummage. About 2 metres inside to Austell 22 from a knock on from Josh Lee. Score is Crediton 10 and Austell 0. That's a good scrummage by Crediton. Austell moved, but then they locked out. You can see from this side that Dan Job on the other side has got it moving forward on it. And that's a penalty. One of those things to the uninitiated, that means you and I, is a front row unit, how important that is to the players when they get the scrummage going forward, because that's where so much of the go forward ball comes from, is the forward front 8 are moving forward, so are the backs. So Matt Shepherd to clear. Coming up to half hour mark, and St Austell still not managed to get any points on the board, despite having the majority, I would say, the possession and territory. You can't see it from here. The referee's given a penalty for offside, which means Matt Shepherd, who was just behind that post there, is going to kick the touch. Miles Davey to throw, and he goes to the front, accepted by Joe Maunder, and Cam Taylor comes on a roll round, but he's well stopped by Dan Lee. Taken behind him there by Roy Jago, one of the form players, I think, for St Austell. Chris Ashman goes back inside to the big boys. This time he attempts to step Dan Yandel, which he does, I think. Matt Shepherd, as you can see, is a bit of a nudge in the corner, but he only finds right wing. As you can see, the referee indicating high tackle after Bobby Jenkins retrieved the ball, passed it back inside, and might have been in the rut. Very well attended game today. Rough guess, I'd say there's 400 or 500 people here. Miles Davey to throw. Taken beautifully by Joe Maunder at the front. And St Austell look to try and get the ball going forward. Referee said advantage for collapsing. Ben Plummer, who scored a try here last year, has a go. And St Austell, the backs lining up. CJ Boyce attempts to go. He knew the ref was playing advantage, so the referees are going to have a word, I think, with one of the Crediton players. He's talking to the skipper, and it's hard to say who that is from here. And he's reaching for his pocket, so I suspect that's going to be yellow. Yeah, high tackle, he's saying. High tackle. Yellow card. Dan Lee, I have to say, St Austell will be quite pleased with that, because he's been an absolute thorn in their side throughout the first half an hour of this game. Very strong runner. He's indicating a tip tackle there, dangerous tackle. So Austell have the ball and they've opted for a scrum. About 6-7 metres out perhaps. Austell been inside Crediton's 22, I don't know how many times, but they've not come over with any points yet. This is maybe one of their better chances, especially as Dan Lee is off the field. There's CJ Boyce, who often very effective from these positions. And as you can see, Austell look to get the scrum going forward, which they do. Very hard to stop that. That's a lovely tackle by the fullback there, who stopped it dead. Took Ben Lee man and ball. Ben Plummer man and ball. Andy Inch loses it. He was stripped actually. And Ollie Avery Wright does the sensible thing. Gets the ball off the park. We all know that defence is what wins games, and that was a good example there. It's cracking up front. First up defence by Crediton when they were under pressure. That's not the first time either this half they've done that. So Miles Davey to throw. Once again he finds Joe Maunder. Ben Plummer straightens, he's supported by Sam Parsons. Chris Ashman looks for Matt Shepherd. There's no way through there, so the ball will be recycled. Chris Ashman looks to go the other way. And the inch tackle by Ollie Avery Wright. And Austell have it wide. Last pass and Cav Boyer and Miles Davey unable to complete. Once again, it's been Crediton's defence that has given them this advantage, 10 points to 0, with half-time approaching. I make it about 3 minutes away, but it's not me that matters, it's the referee. Put in, and as you can see, Ben Winnicott's coming from the centre. Looks like he could play in the forwards. He's a big, strong lad. There he is. I think he's probably played a bit number 8. So Austell have another line out inside Crediton's 22. Go-to man so far has been Joe Maunder. And there's a clever ball to Dan Jobe at the front from Miles Davey, which Miles then gets back and feeds Carl Marriott. Josh Lee doing the damage there. Perhaps been the standout forward in the first half. Ben Plummer opts to kick, but he doesn't find touch. Can't see that because of where they are, but Crediton have a rock. And the referee wants to have a word with Charlie Nicholson, who had a bit of a disagreement with one of the Crediton players and pulled him out of the ruck. And you can't see from here, but if I lean it over, you can see the referee's going to his pocket. That is red. Red card. Well, that's going to change the complexion of this game. Todd Nicholson trudges off, looking extremely disconsolate. I don't recall Charlie even having a yellow card, never mind red. Very difficult to see what that was about. Altercation of some sort. And at the moment, the referee is talking to both skippers, which means that somebody will have to make way, and Matt Boothby will probably come on as front row replacement. Yeah. Referee's told all the players to have words, and as you can see, as the players get together, that CJ Boyce is also nursing an injury. Hold up at the moment is that Crediton centre Ben Wonnacott is having his legs strapped. He's been struggling a bit throughout the game. Doesn't seem to stop him going forward, I have to say. No drama just before the half-time break. Charlie Nicholson showing the red card for what looked from here like a tip tackle, but really difficult to say. So St Austell have one front row replacement in Matt Boothby. And Ollie Avery-Wright lines up for a kick at goal. Can't quite see him from here, but I will follow him as he kicks the ball. That's a lovely kick. So, about 39 minutes played. Crediton take a 13-0 lead. Early try, 15 minutes by Josh Lee, converted by Oliver Wright, who since then has added 2 penalties, both of which from about 40 metres out with the wind. And there's the man himself, who clears so well. Formerly on Plymouth Albion's books, of course, Ollie. As indeed was Matt Shepherd, playing full-back for St Austell. It's a lovely take off the top by Joe Maunder. And Jake Clark does a good job of stopping that from going forward. There's Dan Joe. Always a hard man to stop. Miles David makes the hard yards. Who better? Andy Shepherd gets, Matt Shepherd gets support there from Chris Ashwin up close, which means the ball comes wide to Cam Taylor, who beats the first man but not the second. That's a penalty, and I think Matt Shepherd might look to go from there because. And by the look of it, CJ Boyce is struggling a bit. You can see he's holding his arm gingerly. Matt Shepherd's opted to go for goal. A bit silly not to. 13 points down. Just coming up to half time. So Matt Shepherd to get St Austell on the board. see the referee having a look at his watch there. So as we approach half time, 2 penalties and a conversion to that man. Try from Josh Lee and a penalty for Matt Shepherd for St Austell. Means the score is 13-3 to Crediton. Doesn't find touch. Ed Brady has a little look. Good yardage there from Josh Davey. And as you can see, penalty. Matt Shepherd goes the other side, looking I think for Cav Boyer. Free having a word with Lance Palmer there. And as you can see, CJ Boyce unable to continue. He's obviously hurt his shoulder or his wrist, really hard to say. But Danny Tyrrell takes his place at scrum half. I'm sure Danny will relish this. Free kick, I think, there for interfering with lifting. It's hard to say. Matt Shepherd has a run. He'll have a go himself. He always does. He's got close support. It's proved almost impossible for St Austell to break the first line of defence. So few clean Ryan breaks so far in this game, despite St Austell having territory and possession. Only 3 points to show for it. Chris Ashwin goes back inside to Matt Shepherd. He's got close support. There's Cam Taylor. Very well tackled by Ben Winnicott again, who seems to be still playing in the centre, in the forwards. There's Danny Tyrrell. No point in asking if he's got his dancing shoes on, is there? That's a big hit on Chris Ashwin as he tried to pass, went forward. Means Crediton will have the scrum. Why make it 37? Sorry. There's a swap in the forwards. Razor Nuttall makes way for Matt Booby to come on as replacement for Charles Nicholson, who of course had a red card about 10 minutes ago for what looked like a tip tackle. So after that knock-on, Crediton will have the scrum just inside the range 22, and you'd be fairly sure that Ollie Avery will be looking to put this down the line like he's done so well in the first half. Fair enough. So once again, Miles Davey finds Joe Maunder. It's also looked to get it going forward, but it's collapsed at the front and gets back to the feet. Danny Tyrrell brings the ball away. There's Cowboy. He's not had any much opportunity so far to show his ability. But Bobby Jenkins kicks long, and Matt Shepherd will have a run. You can see that was high. So Matt Shepherd has a long range attempt to narrow the gap to 7. He's given out to a good welly, but it didn't quite reach. And that is half time. Welcome back as the second half about to get underway here between Crediton and St Austell. Score 13-3 to the home side. Crediton, early try on about 15 minutes from Josh Lee, converted by Ollie Avery-Wright, and then 2 penalties added by him in reply to 1 penalty by Matt Shepherd. Big story of the first half, of course, was the red card. Well, Josh Lee received a yellow card for a high tackle earlier on, but Charlie Nicholson, for what appeared to be a tip tackle, getting a red card about 5 minutes before the half. CJ Boyce is injured, so he's been replaced by Danny Tyrrell. Cowboy penalised for handling in the ruck. Referee Spencer Pearce, right there. Couldn't argue with that, could you? Right, serves Cav right for playing with the forwards. Stick to where you're good. To remind you, I cannot see the corners of the pitch, so I'll do the best I can. So Yandel throws. Poached there by Andy Inch. Ball wasn't quite straight. There's Joe Maundry. He's not had a chance to run much today. There's Matt Shepherd attempting to use the wind, making, I guess I'd say about 60 metres.
Come on, lads. Let's compete in this line.
Danny Tyrrell for his cross. Not easy kicking conditions, you can see from there. Very windy. Matt just pulled that one slightly across the post. So the score remains Crediton 13, St Austell 8. And St Austell, of course, playing with a man down, playing with 14 players. Although at the moment, also Crediton playing with 4 players, they have 1 man in the bin. Working on principle, it's better to see a cockeyed picture than a straight one, than nothing. There you go. St Austell line out. No, it isn't. It's a Crediton line out with Daniel Yendell to throw. Referee negating St Austell not releasing. So Ollie Avery right have a chance to clear. As we speak, Josh Hall comes on to replace Crediton get a really good drive on there from the line out. So I'll still be very careful not to give away a penalty here. They're going forward at a pace, and as you can see they do. Can't collapse it, even accidentally. And he's pointing at Carl Marriott. Oh, that's beautifully taken. This is going to be very difficult for St Austell to defend. And you can hear the Crediton supporters and the players get right behind the ball going forward there. Very hard to stop. And indeed, that's the first kick that Ollie Aberwright's missed today. So the score remains Crediton 18, St Austell 8. The referee Spencer Pierce is restarting the game. No, it's not with a penalty, that's just my imagination. Yes, it is with a penalty. Must have been an offence after the whistle. So with about 12 minutes played in the second half, the score 18-8. St Austell really need to get another score. We're not going to do it like that because Crediton has stolen the ball at the line out. Miles Davey, who's hit Joe Maunders so many times today, probably 90% of the time, and he's got options all over the place. At that time, ball comes to the front to, I think it was Matt Boothby, but St Austell certainly won it. Oh, there's Matt Boothby. Well held by Henry Gavin there, and as you can see, also turned over. So Crediton scrum inside their own 22. Rejig front row, Lance Palmer, Dan Yandel and Henry Gavin. And St Austell, of course, 1 player light due to a red card to Charlie Nicholson. Sorry about the post. Not much about it. think that's Jake Clark there. And Matt Shepherd. You can see the thinking at this point, approaching halfway through the second half. 18 points to 8 down. They'll be thinking in terms of, we need to get all the points on the board to, if nothing else, come over with a losing bonus point. But they're still going to go for the win. But when the points are on offer, you are probably well advised to take them. So Matt Shepherd from about, I'd say 35 metres or so. Missed the last one narrowly. Matt Shepherd narrows the gap slightly to 18 points to 11. That means it's if it stays like this, then Austell will get a losing bonus point. Quite clear there, the offside from the knock-on against try scorer Dan Yendell.
Come on, Saints! Come on, boys! Keep going, Craig! Come on! Come on, Saints!
Well, this game's certainly entertaining. Second against first in the league. 18 points each. One man in the bin for St Austell. Possibility of winning this league. Everything to play for. 18 all. 2 tries and 2 penalties each. It's Joe Morton, who's had a fine game so far, the young man. Still only, I'm not sure he's 18 or 19. Chris Ashwin does the sensible thing. Kicks for touch, but I think it was just a bit too long. About 38 metres out, Crediton line out. Taking beautifully off the top there. It's also do very well to hold that maul, but it is edging, and they're keeping the ball at the back till it stops moving. Fabulous work on the ground there. I think it's Rob Jeffs. Holding on, says the ref. Ball went to ground. Rob Jeffs, first man there, over the top, kept his own weight off the ground, won the penalty. I'm just imagining Paul Hayes right now. He's probably more nervous than anybody here, including the players. Carl Marriott taking it beautifully off the top there. And Cam Taylor makes the hard yards, but Henry Gavin gets to him. Rob Jeffs makes the hard yards, followed closely by Andy Inch. Can't see that, I'm afraid. Can't see it. There it is. So Austell have the ball in the form of Danny Tyrrell at the base of the scrum. You can see a bit of a to-do there going on. Neither of those two taking a backward step all day. No foul play. Still St Austell's ball. Gav Boyer makes good 20-30 yards on the far side, but holds on in the tackle. As you can see, there's a bit of nickel creeping into this game. Referee had a grip early on. I'm not sure he still got it. Had a good game. That was Ben Plummer. Skipper today. Taken beautifully off the top there by number 17, Josh Pearce, who was impressed since he came on. And that's going forwards. That's going forwards. Ollie Every-Wright, who's kicked beautifully all day from the touchline. And he's cracked that one again. So the score at 25-18 to Crediton. Austell restart from Chris Ashton. Indicating hands in the rock there.
Come on, lads, switch on! Race them up, Saints, come on!
The way it stands at the moment, St Austell on a losing bonus point, and any opportunity that Crediton get, they will hope not to give that, because the league could depend on it. Big tackle by Sam Parsons there. Crediton keep the ball. They've done it well. Quite clear there. Knocked on. Man in front picked up from an offside position. Penalty to St Austell. But they're right back on their own try line. And I think they really want to do their best to eat up the clock. Play territory. Taken by Rob Jeffs. Very static in the backs there. Cowboy takes the ball with 3 men in front of him and no room to run. You can see from here though, there's 2 men in the middle field offside, the referee's indicated. Terry takes advantage. Not sure what that's about. Some of the Austell supporters getting very excited. There's probably Earl Cummins. Bobby Jenkins shown yellow as well. Matt Shea with the chance, put it in the corner for perhaps a last, maybe a last attempt, we never know.
Come on, Saints, here we go. Come on, Saints, yeah! Yeah! Come on, Saints! Come on, Saints!
Austell supporters in full voice here.
Let's drive the over! Come on, Saints! Come on, boy!
Watch Joe Maunder.
Come on, Saints! Thank you! Drive it on! Thank you, Ref.
That's 5 metres out. Last chance for Leon. Carol Marriott does what he always does. Taps and goes. And loses the ball. Knock on there, very unfortunate. If the score does remain this way, which is 25-18 to Crediton, then for me the difference between the two teams has been the first up tackling. On Crediton, he's been absolutely outstanding all through the game. So Austell against less organised teams have run in 60, 70, 80 points many times this season, and today they've been really thwarted by an absolutely top-draw defence from Crediton. So this should be an uncontested scrum, because Austell have one prop in the bin, replacement in the bin. Yes, it is, so it will go to Crediton. And you don't have to guess what Ollie Avery Wright's going to do from here. Oh, I got it wrong. There's Matt Shepherd. So as the clock runs down, oh, that was very unlucky off the top there. Well contested by Crediton, and they won the ball. That's anyone's ball, it's straight up in the air. And you can see that number 17, Josh Pearce, was in front of the kicker. Gives an Austell an opportunity. 5 metre line out. I'm sure I said last chance saloon earlier on. Like we said, the knock on in the line out there. Matt Boothby returns. So we would go back to contested scrummaging.
Come on, Say! Come on, Say! Come on, big drive! Big drive! Come on, Say! Ah, right. You're not watching the same game? No, I am. Oh, thank you. Sure. Okay. Come on, Say! Come on, boys!
That's a good drive from St Austell.
Come on, lads! Come on, lads!
Number 8 Dan Lee at the back, controlling that beautifully.
Come on, Say!
Miles Davey to throw. Taken at the back by Rob Jeffs. And Cam Taylor feeds Ben Plummer. And also recycle. You can see the frustration. And you can hear the joy from the Crediton supporters. Matt Shepard had word with the referee there. The referee said, no, I gave a decision. He wasn't going to change it. Matt ran into his own player. Offside. So there's the score. Crediton 25, St Austell 18. Really not, I think, 3-4 minutes or so to play. Crediton with an attacking line out. Big tackle by Carl Marriott there. Slow to get up though. Knock on. That's Lance Palmer, I think, who's had a very fine game. Lou said. Short delay, you can see he's a bit of a knock, but he's okay. No, he might be coming off actually. Looks like an ankle injury. Means that Rob Leach will retake his place, Lou said. With Henry Gavin playing dry head and Dan Yandell as hooker. It's an Austell scrummage. 5 minutes inside their own 22. Do they attack or do they consolidate and try and get the bonus point? They attack. Well, that could have cost them a bonus point there. Right in front of the post. 30 metres out. You would imagine that's bread and butter for Ollie Wright. Or are they going to go for the corner bonus point try? No. No, they're going to go for goal. So Ollie Avery right to extend the lead to 8 points. 10 points, I beg your pardon. Which he duly does. And with the final act of the game, St Austell denied a bonus point. Final score here today, Crediton 28, St Austell 18. That means everything is left to play for in the league. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to Gorrick Park next week.